Today we're doing skincare versus a manicure. I've got a problem. And a cat. Hi, Bucky! I do a lot with my hands, not only when it comes to skincare and treatments, but also things like rock climbing, piano, typing, living with cats. And that normally does not allow me to have nail polish because it will chip or it will flake. I like to get gel manicures, but they're very expensive. And I like the little press-on ones. Those have probably been my favorite so far. The only thing is that if you are doing skincare treatments or even work inside of a laboratory with gloves on, it's really, really hard to do what you need to do when you've got sticks growing out of your fingers. I find that because my hands are always in product or always in something, they're constantly getting chipped or they're getting destroyed. And while they are all natural right now, I want to give myself a new type of manicure I've never tried and test it and subject it to skincare, as well as my life, and see which one holds up. These are from Target, a brand called Dashing Diva that is supposed to make a gel manicure that is like $6.99, but it lasts almost 2 weeks, so it lasts just as long, but it's not supposed to bubble or chip. And I looked at that and I said, those are some tough claims. We're gonna put them to a tough test. I've got the nail stuff, and I have a cute little towel that happens to have some dancing kitty cats on it, because of course. I also have tea, because very sick. This is my first time using this brand, and oh, there's nothing in that one. What we got is actually a surprise, but they're supposed to last 2 weeks. Okay, it looks like we have some gel stuff here. Ooh, these are actually really pretty. Okay, so the first one I didn't like that much, but look at these. I love that color, and I like that we have little sparkly details. So these are the gloss ones. They're supposed to be super easy, but I'm kind of a queen at messing things up, so we'll see how it goes. Initially, I really like the colors, but I'm just a little bit nervous about application. These are marbled, which is really pretty. I assume that I could mix and match if I wanted to, like using some of these grays with the marble. They're supposed to have a lot in there and be really durable. I am a critic and a skeptic naturally. When I originally accepted this partnership, I had to lay down some rules. Not only is it a match of morals and values, but I said there has to be education or science or chemistry or something interesting. So I also kind of want to dive into what is actually in these and what the breaking point is. Again, they're at Target for like $6.99, but they're actually made in Korea. Looks like they're made of polyurethane 11. 11 is my favorite number. They also have some acrylates copolymer and some silica, which is probably what's helping to make them flexible. I want to do these nice little marble details, but I also kind of like this gray and some of these little silver sparkles. These gloss ones, they say they have 34 strips, so I actually kind of feel like if they're the right size, you could get 2 manicures, which for $6.99 is actually very comparable to the price of a latte from your favorite green mermaid. Open, open, open. Yeah, these two are definitely my favorite. So one of the most important things looks like nail prep, so I have a little alcohol prep pad. My hands are clean and washed. The first thing they tell you to do is push back your cuticles, and this is actually a really good tip. If you go to a nail salon, please don't let them cut your cuticles. The reason why is that cuticles are what stop bacteria, dirt, and debris from getting into your nail. You see, your nail is actually created down here, and then it gets pushed through this way until it comes out, and it creates the nail that we actually see. Pushing your cuticle back is a lot healthier for you. And for those nail salons that do trim the cuticle, there is the fear that they will nip the eponychium and cause bleeding. The eponychium is actually this place right above the cuticle. And if your nail bleeds, it's because you've hit that area. And again, the entire nail structure is meant to make sure that bacteria and dirt don't get in that area, because it could go to your bloodstream and it could cause major illness and sickness and infection. Ooh, so this one actually has a little bit of gold detail at the bottom. The part of your nail that kind of looks like a half moon, that little white part, is actually called the lanula from Nail Anatomy. And this seems to have a little lanula decorator accent. I'm gonna wipe them down one more time to make sure that any oils from my fingers don't stick on there. How do I get it open? Oh no. I really like the way mixing these looks, so I think that's what I'm going to do with the colors as well as the marble and the gray. First, it sounds like we size our nail. There we go. So I kind of place it down there in the middle, and then I guess I just press in the center, and then to each side. I fold it over, okay, and then you kind of file it off, and you do it from top to side. I make sure that I get that free edge, and then I'm just kind of filing it down. Another fun fact about your nails is that the part that you actually see is over 100 layers thick. They're these really tiny layers that stack on top of each other. And that's why you always want to file in one direction. Don't just go back and forth, because if you go back and forth, you could ruffle up those layers and lead to damage and breakage in the long run. So always file in one direction. I'm starting from the middle and going down one side, and then starting from the middle and going down the other. And then this little piece just came off. Wait, are you serious? Is it that easy? That actually looks really, really good. Wow. That is actually surprisingly easy. It's literally like a giant nail sticker, but it fits onto my nail really well, and it kind of looks like a gel manicure. Okay, now I'm going to repeat this 9 more times. Wow. So that was actually really easy. They're literally like big stickers. What normally would have taken me about 15 minutes plus like 30 minutes of drying time, which you know I would have smudged regular nail polish, this took me about 7. Now, first impressions and a little bit of a note. The free edge, meaning like just on the corner, seems to be a little bit jagged. Again, it went on really smooth. There aren't any bumps or bubbles, which I really appreciate. So I'm gonna see if I can go in with a larger nail file and see if I can get just those little touchy pieces on the edge to kind of lay down exactly where I want them. Oh my God, this is way better. So now when I look at these, they actually look really good. This is the finished manicure. Also, if you do get it slightly over the edge, it kind of lifts just a touch. So be careful of that and make sure that you have the right fit. But overall, these look really good. They actually do look like a gel manicure. I like that I kind of mixed and matched, so they're a little bit different. Intermission for caffeination and a question. Should we do a giveaway with any of these? I actually went on the website, I purchased some things with my own money because again, anything that I feature in my videos is something that I would genuinely spend my own money on. Should we do a giveaway with some of these? I'd be more than happy to. Let me know. And now it's actually time to subject them to real life. Let's do this. Toodle! Hello! Now it is time to put these to the skincare test. Let's talk a little bit about cosmetic chemistry, and let's guess which, if any, of these products will degrade the nails. Just as a little bit of a cosmetic chemistry refresher, there's 2 main parts to these nails. When we turn and learn, we can kind of see the ingredients. So the polyurethane 11 is the durable material that's actually giving these nails their glisten, their glitter, and their shape. And then the acrylates copolymer is actually what's getting them to hold onto my nails so well. Now, they claim that these are water resistant, so again, let's subject them to my skincare. I have some active acids, I have some sunscreens, I have some toners, and which of these ingredients do you think might break these down? Also, if you want to know what my current skincare routine is, we've got a video on that too. But let's get to washing our face and see what happens. Looks like the exfoliating cleanser did not get them off for lifting. We used a low pH toner that has glycolic acid, and again, acids are strong, but it looks like it didn't do anything to the nails. Let's throw on a vitamin C serum, why don't we? They're not chipping, they're not lifting. Wash again. What about sunscreen? It's like a little hand massage. These things are sticking. There's sunscreen, acids, cleansers, whole bunch of exfoliating stuff all over these, and they're still sticking. Maybe they just need something stronger. Should we try some chemical peels? I have a puppy with a cone. Even with actives in my skincare routine, as well as rubbing and scrubbing and washing my hands, this manicure is held up. But let's expose it to the big stuff. I have here with me 3 different products. One is a 30% chemical peel. The second is a medical grade only chemical peel. It's 70% glycolic acid that you can only get from a doctor or a physician. And then I have some squalene, just a basic oil. Let's subject the manicure to these and see what happens. Obviously safety first, so I'm gloving up, and instead of doing this on my direct skin, we're just gonna drop a couple of these little nail decals into these beakers to see what happens. First, let's drop in this one. Can you guess which this one is? This is the real potent stuff. This is 70% glycolic acid. It peels and burns skin. It can be administered only by a physician or dermatologist, or if someone is working directly underneath and in the care of. Let's add a couple drops of this. Careful! What do you think is gonna happen? And then lastly, some squalene oil. Let's drop this in. This manicure has already been subjected to a couple of intense things, but let's give this a little bit of time to soak in, maybe dissolve, maybe disintegrate, maybe stay the same. We're gonna come back, see what happened, and then discuss the cosmetic chemistry of how this is actually working. So, what are your predictions? What do you think happened? When we check out the 30% AHA BHA, it definitely doesn't hold its shape as well, but the stickiness is still there. It's still grabbing onto my finger and to my nail. I should go wipe that off. Now this is the medical grade peel. Obviously I'm not going to touch it with my bare hands. I'm only going to touch it with tools. But you know what's amazing? Not only has it not disintegrated, but it's sticking. The glue is stuck to the side of the glass beaker and it's not going anywhere. If this was our skin, it would be peeling and disintegrating. But this held up just perfectly. Lastly, we have the oil. Probably the least inconspicuous because oil goes on our skin all the time. Look at this. Although it hasn't disintegrated, it has lost its stickiness completely. It falls to the ground and there is nothing sticky about it. What is up with that? Well, this is a perfect example of how like dissolves like. Think about it. If you jump into the swimming pool with a tinted moisturizer on, it comes right off, right? The tinted moisturizer is a water base and therefore it's dissolved by water. Yet, have you realized that that one cleansing balm or type of oil can get off your waterproof mascara and eyeliner every single time? Why is that? Because like dissolves like. The oil that you're using to remove your makeup or inside of that balm directly binds to the oils and the waxes that are inside of that mascara or inside of that eyeliner, completely dissolving them and breaking them down. See, the acrylate's copolymer is water resistant, and that's why all of the tests that I've put this manicure through, all of the different products that we've used, and yes, even some of the potent acids didn't bother it at all, didn't even work on the sticking power. But check this out. If I take something as simple as a little bit of oil, whether it's olive, coconut, or this, squalane, check how easily this manicure comes right off. Just the way I was doing in the bathroom sink earlier, it completely starts to peel and lift up at the edges. This oil is dissolving the oils in here and boop, comes right off. Now obviously this is how Dashing Diva recommends removing the products, but I am personally pretty surprised that this has held up throughout my flight to LA, that it's held up throughout my skincare routine, and I'm glad that it did hold up to these different acids. And it's a good lesson to interact with science that really is in your life and in your beauty routine all the time. I mentioned this on Instagram, but I would like to do a giveaway with a few of these if you want to join. There's also a link below that you can use to check them out at Target, see if there's anything there that you like or that you would want to pick up. But a little bit of a health update. Not completely better, still posting pre-recorded videos, but I'm upright and vertical. I have some lasting damage. I'll be talking about my experience with meningitis and kind of how my life has changed since then, so make sure to stay tuned. But overall, again, a huge thank you to Dashing Diva for supporting this content, especially the science and the anatomy that goes into it. And thank you for being interested in the science behind the skincare and the chemistry behind your cosmetics. You know, it really is everywhere, and I think that when we dig into that, we can really harness beauty and everything that goes into it. If you liked this video, make sure to that like button, and don't forget to whoosh that subscribe button if you haven't already. There's another video on skincare that you might enjoy here, and overall, I cannot wait to see you and your beautiful face in the next video. Love you guys. Bye. Also, just a fun bonus fact, I just neutralized these acids so that I can dispose of them properly. take a look at what happens when it's mixed with the neutralizer. Do you see how it starts to get cloudy like that and chunky? Take a look at this one. Again, chunky purple. The oil didn't have to neutralize because it didn't do anything. Isn't that cool? Science, kids.